Day 15, and we are halfway through our 30-day quick start. Hopefully this has been enjoyable for you, roughly 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it is, but it's going to change your life. So we want to make sure that we're really re-educating you on this whole fitness thing. Next up, we're talking about tension. So tension is really the difference between being strong and being weak. It's the difference between being injured and being pain-free. It's the difference pretty much between everything that we do. It's critical that you understand tension. So I guess one of the easiest ways to think about tension is to think about me hanging on to something like, for instance, I don't know, could be like a shoe. So I could hold on to a shoe, right? But if I crush that shoe as hard as I can, now I've got tension. I've got all these muscles that are connected within the system. So these muscles, now that there's tension, become very strong. They also become very injury resilient, especially as it relates to the spine. So whatever it is that we do, when we incorporate tension, you're going to increase your strength through the roof, and you're going to decrease your risk of injury, make yourself more injury resilient. So you can see that harnessing the power of tension is important. I want you to think about direct tension and also indirect tension as well. But let's just right now talk a little bit about more of the total body tension. One of the best examples that we could provide, one of the best exercises, one of the most common exercises that we use to kind of drive this point home is a plank. So if I had you go to the ground and give me a regular plank, as you can see, and we might be able to kind of zoom in on me a little bit, but as you can see, this plank is really not that hard for me. I'm staying stable, I'm breathing. I mean, it's a little challenging, but I mean, I could probably hold this here for quite a while. And so this is a plank. I've got moderate tension, just whatever is necessary to hold me up. But once I start to change this into a hard style plank and incorporate as much tension as I can possibly incorporate into this movement, you're going to see the difference in my physiology and my signs that my body's giving off. So crushing my legs together, so pulling my legs together, crushing my glutes, pulling my elbows down, crushing my hands, tighten my abs. You can see it. So you can see that my face turned colors, my breathing changed. Obviously the effort that I was putting forth went through the roof. So on a 1 to 10 scale of rating a perceived exertion, when I just did the plank, I was probably at like a 3 or a 4 on a 1 to 10 scale. A 1 feels like you're lying on a sofa, and a 10 feels like an all-out effort. So between that 1 and a 10, I was maybe at a 3 or 4. When I went to that hard style plank and I crushed my hands and I pulled my elbows back and I engaged my core and I crushed my glutes and I tightened every muscle in my body as much as I possibly could. I went to like a 10, like a 9 or a 10. I put as much effort into it as I could in terms of the tension. And that is a hard style plank. And that gives you a good example of tension. Putting tension into an exercise is very important. That's going to help you stay injury-free, and it's going to improve your strength. So when we talk about exercises, like for instance, let's just say we're doing a deadlift as an example. A deadlift is just simply taking a weight from the ground or from a platform and lifting it. That's a deadlift. So if I come down into a perfect technique on a deadlift and I grab it and I'm up, I probably won't injure myself. My form looked pretty good, appropriate tension, but I'm definitely not going to maximally lift any load that's really, really challenging. So if I incorporate tension, now instead of this 36 kilogram bell, I could probably lift something much heavier, and I'm going to be injury resilient, I'm going to be injury free because of the tension that I've created. So I'm down to that perfect technique. I'm crushing the handlebar or the grip of the kettlebell. I'm crushing my lats. I'm keeping everything tight, and I'm incorporating maximal pressure and tension, crushing intra-abdominal pressure as well, crushing, and right back down. So tension is what this video is all about. We'll have more information on tension, but I hope that helps you stay injury-free and incredibly strong. We'll see you guys in the day 16 core stability.